Welcome back, Knights of Jagaria. We're going to go ahead and do a tips and tricks tutorial on Front Mission 3 as far as just a very simple thing, just settings. I just want to cover settings here because there's a little bit, there's a few extra things in here than there were before.
And as usual, stay triggered. Pew pew, pew.
So let's just cover this. First, sounds. Obviously, master sound is the overall sound of everything combined together. This will raise and lower everything all in one simple section. Music volume is for the music. SFX is sound effects. UI volume is for ding 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 ding. You know, anytime you're typing or you're clicking on anything, this sound will go up and down with UI. Music type. This is a new thing to the game that they put new music into this game, as you can hear. So you just heard that. Ding, 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 ding. I'll let you listen to this for a second, and then I'm going to come back and change it. Typing sound. You can put that on or off. I keep it off because it's, I don't know, it's too much noise for me. So I keep this off, but you'll hear a typing sound. Graphic, HD scale, you can lift this up, which actually makes your HD goes up a little bit higher. You can lower that down. I just like it a little bit bigger. Brightness, change brightness, obviously. Input, all the same input, but you know, we got switch or this type of controller. So the Z and L buttons are here, obviously. Tactical view, which is the minus button, which is interesting because I haven't actually tried that yet. But I will try that in battle just to see what it is. Pause menu is start, or the plus button. Change weapons. Y is where the square button was. So in the past game, you know, this is reversed a little bit from what you're seeing right now, but in a past game, square was you had to hold down square to switch your weapons in battle. Always remember that. It's always that position, but now it's not square, it's Y, obviously. And then everything else should be about in the same place it was before. Gameplay, text, English, you can do Polski, you can do Polish, you can do Dutch, you can do French, you can do, I think this is, Japanese, Spanish, Italian, Chinese, Portuguese, you can do all these kinds of languages, any one you want. Camera shake, will shake the camera when there's damage, which usually I leave that on. That's actually kind of nice. Vibrations, if your Switch controller has vibrations, it'll work. Mine doesn't seem to work sometimes. I don't know why. Slow motion. I think this is for when you get a kill. You can leave this on slow motion, but also I have to really look into that. Slow motion is just, I have to still check that out. Quick combat basically makes your combat go a lot quicker. If you have to set to on, quick movement will make you move faster. We got auto skip travel maps. You can turn that on or off. Walk instead of dash. You know, you can turn this off basically. So if you'd rather walk everywhere and you don't want to dash, just leave this on. Otherwise, leave this off. And then you'll get to see the dash. Dash is basically when you want to move far. You have that long, like deep blue line on a battlefield, and it'll make you slide all the way across because you're sliding across on skates, big rollers on your Wanzer. Your Wanzer has a set of skates, essentially. Show damage indicator on. I like that one on. You can actually turn that off. So you can move that off if you want. Animate a background. So this is set to on. As right now you can see everything is like we're doing this, you know, as we're looking at the background. So look at this, we're doing like this right here, where it's like we're kind of moving with the background, but you can actually turn that off and make it like the original. So click it off, doesn't move. And so if we want to change the sounds back to classic, because we're on modern, you press to the right, and it automatically goes back to classic. And you can tell the difference when you're listening to it, but let's go to classic and you can, it's the exact original soundtrack, which I prefer the original soundtrack. The modern one is, sometimes I do like the new modern music a little better. The classic one is still the best, I have to say. So anyways, that's just a simple basic tutorial of settings. There's not much else to do with that. I can go over network and all that stuff, but I'll just make a smaller video for that next. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next video. Thanks for coming by. Stay triggered, my friends.